Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Al. I'm a retired sergeant, canine handler, and state trooper in Ohio. The purpose of my channel is to give you context and real world law enforcement encounters and to, I guess, try to decipher what it is that's happening and explain things hopefully in a way that's easily understood. Today's episode is going to be about a traffic stop and an attempted felony stop of suspects that were involved in a carjacking that ultimately results in a pursuit and then a shooting in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The stop occurred on stand by, let me pull it up here. Yeah, June the 20th, 2024. It looks like 2:29 in the afternoon. The person, and I'm going to put a link to the video in the description of this video, but the person that edited this video did a fantastic job of explaining the circumstances surrounding the stop, the reason for the stop. I'm not going to delay it by explaining it myself, but they, like I said, they do a really good job of explaining everything that's leading up to this traffic stop. So I'm just going to go ahead and start playing the video.
On Thursday, June 20th, 2024, at approximately 2:23 p.m., Milwaukee police officers attempted to conduct a felony stop at North 17th Street and West Vliet Street. The vehicle stopped was wanted in connection to an attempted armed robbery carjacking that occurred on the 500 block of North Broadway. The vehicle was also wanted in connection to an armed robbery carjacking that occurred earlier in the day in the 500 block of North Jefferson Street.
What a felony stop is a stop in which officers do not approach the vehicle. They simply open their doors, usually stand with their weapons drawn, and give orders to the occupants of the vehicle to exit the vehicle, usually one at a time, walk back to my voice, that kind of thing, and then handcuff individuals individually. And the reason is because it's a high-risk stop. They already know that these people were involved in carjackings, which means they have weapons, and they've been using them to steal vehicles. So they had one actual carjacking, which is probably this vehicle that got carjacked, stolen from somebody at gunpoint, and then it was an attempted carjacking. So there's multiple people in this vehicle, and presumably what they're doing is they're stealing cars and then selling them. And sometimes too, people that steal cars use those cars in the commission of other crimes like robberies or burglaries or bank robberies, things like that. So there's no license plates on this vehicle, so that's obviously a red flag. And those officers that went to go stop this vehicle, they already have a backup unit with them. So they're trying to stop this vehicle with two different patrol cars, at least two that I know of. And the reason I know that is because when they start the pursuit, you're going to hear multiple sirens going off at the same time. So anyway, just trying to set the stage here to explain what a felony stop is.
Felony stop. Felony stop, 17th in the week. Driver, shut the vehicle off! That's fine. Driver, shut the vehicle off! Do it now!
Taking off.
All right, they're taking off on us.
Turn my light sirens on.
3233 for the air. You're now southbound on 7.
So obviously the suspects took off, and then they made a U-turn and then are going the wrong way on a one-way street. So the officers didn't take the bait by following them one way or the wrong way down the one-way street. They stayed on the correct side of the roadway, and they're following them in tandem. Now, obviously, too, law enforcement vehicles are pretty souped up. You know, they're pretty fast, they're quick, and there's no way that this little Chevy, whatever it is going to get away from these guys with how much power the patrol car has. If anything, the recklessness of the suspects is what causes law enforcement officers usually to stop chasing them because there's such a danger. But also in this patrol car, there is a driver and then there's a passenger. police officer, and the passenger police officer is doing the radio traffic. You haven't seen it yet, but this officer does a good job of updating dispatch or the dispatcher of what is going on, and all of the other officers that are involved in this or monitoring this are completely aware of what's going on, because this officer does such a good job. However, if I'm going to critique, I guess, is that he talks so much on the radio that other officers that are converging and trying to assist are not able to get onto the radio. Not even, it doesn't seem like there's hardly any open time off of the microphone that another officer could get in there to say something, even a supervisor, maybe wanting some information, specific information that these guys would have. So that's really my only critique of the radio traffic. However, it's obviously good to be communicating so well, but some of it is superfluous, and you're going to see so much radio traffic that I think it becomes kind of a hindrance.
17th Street from the lead. Vehicles in the wrong way of traffic. We're in the correct lane. White Chevy Trax, no plates. One of our armed robberies out of District 1. Approaching Highland. Vehicle is now east.
I don't know if you heard that low rumble. I had never heard that before until recently. I was in New York City, and the police officers that were in the city, and we were in Manhattan as pedestrians, and when they hit that low rumble, it would shake the ground, and it's an interesting feature that I had never seen before, and it alerts people, because if you have your radio on real loud, or you're maybe distracted on your phone or whatever, that rumble you can feel it in your vehicle, I'm sure, because I could feel it in the pavement when I was walking. So that's what that rumble is, and it's a really nice feature that law enforcement now has to alert people, and they use it a lot at the intersections to warn crossing vehicles that they're coming. So
bound on Highland from
you hear it there.
17th. Still in the wrong lane of travel. We're in the correct lane of travel.
Rear passengers got
Traffic is
camo
clear.
hoodie.
Rear passenger is camo hoodie. Continuing eastbound. Speeds are approximately 30 miles per hour. Approaching 13th.
That was used in the robbery. The description.
All right, coming up to 12th. All right, he's going to hit the gas station parking lot on 12th and Highland. Coming out on 12th, now northbound on 12th from Highland. White Chevy Trax, no plates. Looks to be occupied 3 or 4 times. Rear passenger has...
I think right there they had a really good opportunity to pit the vehicle. I don't know what their policy is on pitting, which is something that stands for pursuit immobilization technique, and it's when the law enforcement officer will pull up beside the vehicle at the right rear quarter panel in this particular scenario, and then strike the vehicle intentionally and drive through the vehicle in order to spin the vehicle out. This would have been a really good spot because there was really low traffic, and there's also this large guardrail or whatever. There's no pedestrians. They were going slow. So it was just a good opportunity there, and I'll go back to it. And these officers also did a really great job of anticipating where this guy was going to come out, because he turned into this little driveway, and they knew that there was a gas station there, and the only exit was on the other side of the intersection. So that was a really good, I guess, awareness of where they were.
That was used in the robbery. The description.
All right, coming up to 12th. All right, he's going to hit the gas station parking lot on 12th and Highland.
Right there. Right there is a good opportunity to pit them. They're going so slow.
White Chevy Trax, no plates. Looks to be occupied 3 or 4 times. Rear passenger has a camel babe hoodie described in the armed robbery. Westbound. What are we on?
Now, obviously, it's a good idea to update dispatch whenever there's a change in direction. And again, you're gonna contact dispatch and tell them, what direction of travel you're going, description of the vehicle, and these guys, they describe the vehicle like every few seconds. What else? road conditions, weather conditions, the speed. So there's a lot of things that you need to put out there. But once it's put out there, you don't need to put it out every 10 seconds. And again, it's just a minor critique, but and maybe it's something that they require of their agency. I don't know.
Westbound on Juneau, crossing 13th. Speeds are approximately 50 miles per hour. All right, northbound 14th from Juneau. Reopen secondary. Continuing northbound, passing McKinley, approaching Valete.
You hear that rumble?
All right, we're going to be eastbound on Valete from 14th Street in pursuit of a white Chevy Trax, wanted for an armed robbery carjacking out of District 1. Looks to be occupied at least 4 times. Southbound on 12th from Valete. Speeds are 25 miles per hour. Continuing south on 12th, crossing McKinley. Multiple occupants, at least 4 occupants. White Chevy Trax, wanted for armed robbery out of District.
Usually in a pursuit, the pursuing officer relinquishes radio, the use of the radio to the secondary officer that's in the chase. So once you have backup, the primary officer usually gives up the radio use because he's supposed to, or she's supposed to focus on their driving, and then the secondary officer takes over on the radio. Another thing I noticed too is this officer is really, really close to the suspect vehicle. And again, this patrol car is really fast, and this little Chevy Trax or whatever it was isn't that fast. And maybe they're trying to set up a pit maneuver. I don't think so, but which would indicate why they were so close to them. However, I would prefer on my pursuits to maintain a good, like a reactionary gap in the event that they turn suddenly, or if they strike somebody, or their vehicle stops suddenly, that I don't run into them. So it's just a safety thing. I don't like to be that close in a pursuit, especially, the faster you're going, the more distance it takes you to stop. So, if you're going 80 miles an hour, it's going to take you way longer to stop than if you're going 40 miles an hour. So, you can maintain your distance at high speeds. So, I prefer backing up a little bit and being in a good, this is a little close, but it's not too bad.
1. Speeds are
That's
40 miles
better
per hour,
right there.
Traffic's clear.
If they were to slam their
Roads are
brakes
dry.
on, you have some time to react.
3231 on 1 Anderson, yeah.
They're doing a lot of wrong way driving, which is extremely dangerous.
East,
They're going to get on the interstate. You just saw a pedestrian get out of the way.
we're now north from Highland on the freeway on-ramp. 41 north?
43 north.
43 northbound. All right, coming 43 northbound from Highland. You see that white Chevy Trax. Go ahead and pass just with the sheriff.
This is a good following distance right
Pass
here.
just with D5 right away, please. 3233 in pursuit of a white Chevy Trax.
Very reckless. They just struck a van.
Car, continuing
Sideswipe.
northbound. White van hit on the freeway. Notify the sheriffs. The occupants seem to be okay.
Somebody stop with the car, make sure they're good.
Somebody stop with that vehicle, make sure they're all right. Continuing northbound on 43, speeds are 88. Traffic is moderate, road conditions are dry. There's a white Chevy Trax, no plates, occupied 4 times, wanted for an armed robbery out of District 1. Continuing northbound. Northbound on 43, crossing North Avenue, speeds are 79. Traffic is moderate. Continuing northbound. All right, getting
See how fast he got caught up to him?
are approximately 75 miles per hour. White Chevy Trax taking an armed robbery carjacking out of
This
District
shows
1.
you how
Occupied
powerful
4
the
times.
patrol car is.
All right, getting stuck in traffic. We're just south of the Locust exit here. Make sure we're patched with 5. All right, we're exiting Locust here from, nope. Continuing 43 northbound, passing Locust. White Chevy Trax, no plates, wanted for armed robbery car.
For me, just watching this is some parts of it give me goosebumps. Like, holy crap! I mean, look how close he came to hitting that car, and you can imagine what it would be like if you were driving in this vehicle, or if you were the passenger in this vehicle. How alert you are, and also how cautious you're trying to be, and just how I don't even know how to put it. Like, it's just so all I can think of is hair raising. It's just so scary. It is really scary when you're in a pursuit like this, because you realize what the ramifications are if things go bad, and you could get fired, you could get hurt, you could get killed. Some other innocent people could get killed, and these are dangerous people. These are people that are literally stealing cars with guns. I mean, if there's not any more dangerous than that, I don't know what it is. I mean, these are, and they're desperate. So very, very scary situation to be in as a police officer, because you have so many things on your plate at the same time.
Carjacking out District 1. Speeds are 68 miles per hour. We are in the shoulder of 43 northbound, still in traffic here. Alright, continuing northbound on 43. Quarter mile from Keith.
Sorry about the commercial there.
White Chevy Trax, no plates, occupied 4 times, wanted for an armed robbery, carjacking, District 1.
They're entering a construction zone. So there's a 2 lanes or 3 lanes on the right side, and then there's a retaining wall on the left side, which is over here. And this vehicle, and it says lane closed, they just jumped into the construction zone, which is so dangerous, because the road's torn up. There could be pieces of the road missing. If there was ever a time to maintain your distance, it would be in here.
All right, continuing northbound, 43 north, passing Keith. White Chevy Trax, no plates, occupied 4 times, wanted for an armed robbery, carjacking on District 1. Speeds are 70. Traffic currently light. Road conditions are dry. All right, continuing northbound, passing Keith.
All these passenger cars that they're passing in that zone are construction workers' vehicles. And we're not into the zone yet where the workers are working, but their vehicles are parked alongside of the road there.
We're getting stuck here.
Yeah. We're in a construction lane. It's possible this lane ends. Continuing northbound. Capitol is our next exit here. 3233 in pursuit. Looks like they're going to be blocked by construction equipment.
So I don't know if you heard, but the driver of the patrol car just said, we're coming up to the road being closed up ahead. So in the video, it doesn't do it justice. If you were in your vehicle, and I keep saying vehicle, if you were in your car and you're driving, that's cop speak for you. Anyway, if you're in your car and you're driving and you look down the road, you can see much further than the video of this traffic stop or this pursuit does. You can't see quite as far on the video as you can in real life. And so that driver was able to see way up ahead and notice that there's a cement truck in the road up ahead that's blocking the road. And then you've also got, and you really can't notice it yet, but these are pedestrians here. These are construction workers that are working on the roadway with this cement truck. And talk about dangerous. I mean, we're in a chase going at extreme speeds, and now you have pedestrians out there with nowhere to go. They have nowhere to go. Any way that they go, there's traffic. On the right side of the wall or the left side of the wall, there's traffic. Extremely dangerous, and you got police that are chasing somebody in your zone. So very, very precarious situation for these pedestrians that are out there, and these law enforcement officers, cops have to consider all that. All this danger.
Here.
These guys don't know what to do, where to go. They don't know how to react. They're trying to run. Some of them. Now guns are being drawn. Intentionally striking a patrol car. Now, I haven't done it yet because I'm taping this, but I'm going to have to blur out during the shooting. But I think it's this officer right here that does the shooting into the driver's window, because this vehicle, and you can see, I mean, he's driving forward, he's driving backwards, he's blocked. And there's obviously danger to the pedestrians, the construction workers, and there's danger to the other officers. Obviously, what this officer anticipates is that this suspect is going to make a U-turn. That's what he's trying to do, is to make a Y-turn and try to go back in the other direction, the direction where he came from. In order to do that, he's either going to strike police officers or pedestrians. He's also going to drive probably the wrong way down the interstate. So this officer had to make a split-second decision on how he was going to stop this incident from escalating to even worse. It's already at level 10. It's going to level 12. And this officer's trying to stop that. There's an officer there. He almost got struck. Now, that I think that's the only officer that shot was that one right here. You still have multiple suspects in the vehicle, in the car.
Officer involved. All officers are okay. I just don't in the vehicle. There's additional tools.
Now, that officer that did the shooting, he just retrieved a ballistic shield from the back of his patrol car. And so I'm assuming that he's probably a SWAT officer, because usually only SWAT officers have that equipment, but it could be standard equipment that they give to everybody whenever they approach somebody that obviously they already know that they have guns because they've been involved in these carjackings. So using the abundance of caution, they're using the ballistic shield to approach the vehicle to start making arrests of suspects.
What? 31,
I think also somebody stopped traffic on this side of the roadway. Whoops. On this side of the roadway, I think law enforcement, that before they entered the zone, stopped traffic. Or maybe there were other officers that were in the pursuit that stopped short over here on this side somewhere and have just stopped traffic because of the danger of crossfire. You know, if there's a shootout between the suspects and the police officers, we want to try to mitigate that risk by stopping all traffic. That way other bystanders or passerbys aren't struck by gunfire. And I'm not sure what's going on the other side of the roadway over here, but it looks like traffic might be stopped there. I'm not sure.
Approximately quarter mile north of Steve. 0, going.
Car passing by there.
825 going.
825.
3190 C, we can go to that, dude.
14318.
So you saw, initially they had to, I think they told him to lay down, and then they realized, okay, we can't approach him because there's still other suspects in the vehicle that may have weapons that may try to shoot at us while we're securing this guy. So then they had him stand back up, move back to the sound of my voice, and then this officer on the side is providing cover for this officer that's trying to make the arrest and handcuff the suspect.
33, Judy.
No, obviously, this is the body cam. I think this is the officer that's at the very, very rear of the car that the suspects start to back up towards. This is the primary passenger in the patrol car.
Stop the car! Stop the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the fucking car! Hands up! Hands up! Stick! Get on the ground!
3 shots fired.
out of Henry! Keep your hands where we can see them! Keep your hands up! Shield! Somebody grab the shield! Nobody move!
3233.
That officer, this guy's doing a great job of dropping his weapon whenever another officer walks in front of him, and you're going to see it right here. You're going to see him, his weapon is drawn, and when this officer right here walks in front of him, he drops his weapon down to avoid potentially misfiring and striking his fellow officer.
Get on the ground!
3233, shots fired.
Hands!
Shots fired! Shots fired! Send us more cars! Everybody get out of the
Henry!
car!
Keep your hands where we can see them!
Your hands up!
Shield! Somebody grab the shield!
Watch it, you'll see a weapon go down.
Nobody move!
Watch, his weapon's going to go down again. See?
3233.
Very, very well trained.
Officer involved. All officers are okay. Occupants still in the vehicle. Send us additional squads. Got him at gunpoint. We're approximately a quarter mile north of Keith.
Unlock the doors if you can!
825.
All
Unlock the door!
right, passenger! Listen to me carefully! Keep your hands up! Face away from me! Face away from me!
3190.
Okay, they didn't tell him to get down.
Stand up! Hey, my guy, stand up! Keep your hands up! Back up towards the sound of my voice! Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming! Keep coming! Stop right there!
Hold on!
One in custody right now. All right, stay right here. Sit down, sit down.
Come on, let's go!
He just yelled to, there's more officers that are parked behind them, and he just yelled at them, hey, let's go, let's go. And he's telling them to come up here. I need you to secure this guy, search this guy.
Come on, hurry up, hurry up!
And he's yelling at him to hurry up. And he's going to tell him,
Stay
search.
with him, I haven't searched him yet!
Okay.
All right, come to me, come to me, come to me!
I don't even know this! Stay in the car!
Oh my God, what is that?
Do you have any weapons on you?
No, next.
Take the next one. All right.
Get out of the car!
I got my med kit.
Getting a first aid kit, because I think he just said this one is shot.
Go up there, help them. If you don't have medical, roll medical.
I got another dispatch on the phone with medical. Where do you want the freeway shut down exactly?
Shut down north and southbound traffic. I'll get you nothing southbound from 76.
Get out of the car!
Exit 76A. All right. How many are shot? 3 shot? 3.
So they got 3 out, three of the suspects out of the vehicle, it sounds like, or maybe 2. But there's 3 people that are shot in the vehicle.
Hey, you hear me?
3233.
We're gonna help you out, okay? Do you have any weapons on you right now? Okay, brother. Step out for me, okay, buddy? Come here, come here.
Just west.
All right, come on. Come here. Come with me. Sit down right here. Sit down right here. Right here. Right on the ground. Okay, brother.
We're just north of Vienna.
I'm gonna take a look at you, all right, buddy?
Just north of Vienna on the freeway by the Brooklyn Street Bridge.
Here, do me a favor. Lay down, lay down. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Lay down. Lay your head back. Lay your head back for me. All right. How old are you?
Vehicle's cleared.
Okay, 17. All right, your breathing sounds good. How's your breathing feel? Yeah, you're gonna be good, okay?
I'm sorry, you said all occupants are in the
Let's keep your
vehicle
hands just right here.
shot?
This is the backup officer's body cam. I think this is the one that actually did the shooting.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Get out of the car! Get
Hands up!
See, out of the corner of his eye, or at least I could, what I perceived is that he noted that
Shots fired! Shots fired!
that this officer here was the suspect vehicle was backing up to this officer here. So out of the corner of his eye, it looks like he anticipated that his partner was going to get shot. And here these construction workers are trying to climb over this wall here, which is crazy.
Get out of the ground! Get out of the ground!
Just chaos. Now, look on the right side, you see the officer, and this is what he's seeing. You know, just out of the corner of his eye, he noticed that other officer there and did what he felt he had to do.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Send us more cars! Everybody get out of the car!
Keep your hands where we can see.
Keep your hands up!
Shield. Somebody grab the shield.
3233.
We got shots fired.
3233. Officer involved. All officers are okay. Occupants still in the vehicle. There's additional SWAT and the gun ones. CH from the car. I'm going to leave quarter mile north of the east. 0, going.
Unlock the door.
825 going.
Vehicle and 3.
A total of 6 suspects were in the vehicle.
6.
The suspect vehicle was determined to be a stolen auto, and a firearm was recovered from the vehicle. That firearm was a service weapon for a Waukesha County Sheriff's deputy, stolen from his personal car outside his cousin's home on Brady Street, Milwaukee in September. The driver, Calvayon Adante Jeans, 17 years old, was shot in the arm and jaw. He is charged with attempted armed robbery as a party to a crime, armed robbery as a party to a crime, operating a motor vehicle to flee, or in an attempt to elude an officer, drive or operate a vehicle without owner's consent, first-degree recklessly endangering safety, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, possession of a firearm by an adjudicated delinquent, operating a motor vehicle without owner's consent as a party to a crime, theft of movable property as a party to a crime. Calvayon faces a maximum of 114 years in prison if convicted of all charges. His pregnant girlfriend, Ashley Patterson, 18 years old, was in the passenger seat and was shot in the head and back and has life-threatening injuries. The baby did not survive. Patterson is charged with attempted armed robbery as a party to a crime, armed robbery as a party to a crime, operating a vehicle without owner's consent as a knowing passenger. Ashley faces a maximum of 60 years and 9 months in prison if convicted of all charges. Tyrone Rogers, 17, is charged with attempted armed robbery as a party to a crime, armed robbery as a party to a crime, operating a vehicle without owner's consent as a knowing passenger. Tyrone faces a maximum of 60 years and 9 months in prison if convicted of all charges. The accused ringleader, Samira A. Dean, 18 years old, is charged with attempted armed robbery as a party to a crime, armed robbery as a party to a crime, operating a vehicle without owner's consent as a knowing passenger, operating a motor vehicle without owner's consent as a party to a crime, theft of movable property as a party to a crime. Samira faces a maximum of 72 years and 9 months in prison if convicted of all charges. According to the criminal complaint, Dean sold a car stolen earlier that day for $200 and some marijuana to a marijuana dealer. Dean also told an investigator that she generally steals vehicles for buyers expecting them, and admitted she had stolen 4 cars the day before. A 15-year-old girl and a 16-year-old boy were in the car that aren't named and could face charges in juvenile court.
Thank you for watching Video League Police. Please subscribe.
So, crazy incident. And if there was ever a reason to pursue and stop bad guys, this is a prime example of one. And also, I think an important distinction to make is that officers like these in Milwaukee, which is a major metropolitan city, metropolitan area with a lot of crime, these officers deal with this all the time. I'm sure they have pursuits all the time. I'm sure they have officer-involved shootings all the time. I'm sure they have officers that are shot at all the time. And you might have, somebody in a smaller agency that doesn't see this kind of stuff at all, or maybe once or twice in their career they might be involved in something like this. So I have a lot of respect for officers that work in areas like this and have to deal with stuff like this all the time. And as you can imagine, this kind of stuff can weigh on you. You know, when you're involved in a shooting, and I have been involved in a shooting before, it can weigh on you. And even if you were completely in the right, which I was, it can affect you and make you second guess what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it. And kudos to these officers. They did a fantastic job. I know I was critical of the radio traffic, but another important thing about that is if somebody wants to set up spike strips, for example, to flatten tires on the suspect's vehicle, how are they ever going to let this officer know where the spike strips are set up at, or maybe set up a roadblock or something? If you're always on the radio, you can never get on there to tell them, hey, we're going to set up a dead end zone over here, or we're going to funnel them over to this direction, or whatever. So again, it's just something that I saw, and something I think is important. But overall, great outcome. Everybody was arrested. Nobody was seriously injured other than the bad guys. And hopefully they get convicted. These officers did an outstanding job. So just my take on it. So with that, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was educational. Hope you got something out of it. And we will see you on the next one.